Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book to screen on The Musketeers, starring Tom Burke, Santiago Cabrera, Howard Charles, and Luke Pasqualino. The Musketeers is a new television series that originally aired in the UK and just finished up here in the US on BBC America. And it is a very loose adaptation of the book The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. What the television series does is that it pretty much just takes the names of Dumas's characters. It doesn't really take any of the actual plot from the novel. And this is either going to really irritate some people, or some people will actually maybe prefer the show over the book. There's only a few elements that are taken from the book. For instance, things like Cardinal Richelieu and Milady working together, the mysterious relationship between Athos and Milady, also Aramis and his ideas with religion. I was very 50-50 with this series, kind of very split in half. Half of the episodes I really enjoyed, and then the other half I would be kind of a little bored with. But in general, I do think this television series was very well done. I think it just had really good production value. The costumings were beautiful, the settings were really gorgeous. I never felt like the show was on like a set out in the middle of London somewhere. I don't know where they did some of their location shots, because the show took a lot of advantage of having like these really far off shots, like in a room for instance, and you can see the entire room. You can see all the way up to the ceiling. You can see these huge gigantic windows. You can just see this full scope of a room. The rooms would never look like CGI. It looked like they were genuinely in these really nice ancient rooms. So I don't know if they filmed in some castles somewhere, some really nice mansions, I don't know, but the shots on this show are really beautifully done. You're never confined in like a small space. I also really think this show is very well casted. All of the actors were just, I think, perfect, and they really were inhabiting those characters. I think Luke Pasqualino, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, I thought he was really great as D'Artagnan. I actually underestimated him before I went into this show. I've seen him in a few other things, and I never thought he had that great of an acting range, but I do think I saw him do some very different things that I've never seen him do before. As for the Three Musketeers themselves, I thought Tom Burke, Howard Charles, and Santiago Cabrera were excellent. They had the best chemistry on this show. The dynamic between those three was just so great. They played drama off of each other really great, and what's more, they played humor just brilliantly off of each other. This show, even though there were episodes that I maybe had some issues with and I was bored, the thing is, their humor would come out, and I would get a laugh at least. And did I mention that the costuming on this show is really great? The costuming may not be historically accurate, but the costuming on the men in particular, that was very sexy stuff, you guys. Ladies, if you have not watched The Musketeers, you need to watch The Musketeers for the eye candy alone. All the leather. So much leather. And those hats. They all had these like really awesome hats. And then Porthos, he had like this like bandana thing going on, which was just really epic. The female clothing in particular, I think, wasn't really accurate. They were doing a lot of stuff just trying to show as much chest as they could on the women and show off their arms and their legs. I guess I shouldn't complain about that, because the men, their costuming, they had just open flowing shirts, and that didn't bother me. The one thing that kind of got on my nerves with this show is that there seemed to be a woman of the week sort of thing going on. You know, like on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, there would be the monster of the week, but you know, that worked because it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and the monster of the week was what you got. But on the Musketeers, it's like the woman of the week. Which musketeer would end up with this woman? seriously, practically every single week. There was only 10 episodes. I think there were maybe only 3 out of the 10 episodes that had nothing to do with a woman of the week. If you are a fan of Alexandre Dumas's kind of Musketeers trilogy of books, I've only read the 3 Musketeers, but there is also The Man in the Iron Mask that I would really love to read, and then another book called 20 Years After. But this show does pay a bit of an homage to The Man in the Iron Mask in one particular episode, which I thought was very cleverly done and very interesting. And that was actually probably my favorite episode. Also a really great season finale, very intense, and every character had something going on. But yeah, overall, I really did enjoy this show. Don't go into it expecting it to be like the book, because the book it is not. This is just a very fun action, adventure, swashbuckling sort of show. And you can't go into it taking it too seriously. This show reminded me a lot of BBC's Robin Hood and Merlin, and I think if you liked Robin Hood and Merlin, I think you'll really like this. It's that same sort of kind of action, adventure, drama, comedy sort of combo. I am really looking forward to season 2. Very curious what they'll do. I'm hoping maybe they'll take some more aspects from the book and put it into the show. Probably not. I have a feeling they'll do a lot of stuff. Whenever the final season happens, I have a feeling they'll take a lot of stuff from the book. And how on earth is Cardinal Richelieu going to be handled from now on? Because Cardinal Richelieu is played by Peter Capaldi, who is now the star of Doctor Who. So what does that mean for season 2 of The Musketeers? I've already kind of learned that there is going to be a new villain, but what does that mean for the Cardinal? Is he going to be recast? Is he just going to be off, I don't know, in London somewhere doing something we're just not going to see? But yeah, have you guys seen The Musketeers at all? Would you like to watch it? Just leave me your thoughts down below. I seriously would like to talk to anybody who has watched the series, just to know if you did like it, the things you liked, the things you hated. So that's it for this book to screen. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this book to screen, you may like these other book to screens. Bye guys.